Welcome to India Talks. India Talks is brought to you by QTV, the channel for decision makers, and Indoindians.com, the Indian portal for Indonesia. And we like to interview inspiring leaders, newsmakers who have something to inspire and give a message to everyone here in Indonesia. And today I have with me Mr. Rakeysh Omprakash Mehra. Hello, Mr. Mehra.
Hi.
Mr. Mehra is the best director. He was awarded the best director by Filmfare in the year 2006 for his groundbreaking movie Rang De Basanti. And we have all been big fans of that movie here in Indonesia, especially all my friends, etc. And we really enjoyed that movie. So how did that movie happen?
There's no one such thing which I can attribute it to. I guess my growing up years and so whatever I borrowed from life, I tried to project it in the movie, and so it's kind of a culmination of many things, and not just a one story or something like that. So it's incidents which I picked up from life, and to that added a bit of story here and there, and have tried to say a story.
And very beautifully said as well.
Yeah, we were fortunate that it got accepted by the masses as well, and not only in India but all over the world, and it's been accepted pretty well here.
The movie came at a time when there was lots of other patriotic movies in the offing, and your movie caught the fancy because it was taking that the belief system and bringing it to the present, and I think that is what caught my imagination. Did you plan it that way?
No, I didn't plan anything. We were just trying to tell a simple story and be a small cog in the wheel. I happened to produce it and direct it as well. So it's that it caught the imagination of the nation was very encouraging. It wasn't a planned move at all. Maybe somewhere in the subconscious there was something there which kind of transcended off the screen to the people, and there was a kind of a mini moment after the film.
So did you always dream about being a movie maker?
No, not really. It just happened, by the way, to me, and it wasn't so focused that I got to make movies one day. I was just going along and flowing with the flow of life, and happened to make movies now.
When I was doing research for this interview, and I was on the net, and I noticed that you had made lots of ad films before you came into the movie world.
That's
and
right.
You made some very nice ad films, like the groundbreaking Amul ad film.
Yeah. Amul was nice, yeah.
Yeah. So at that time, is this a natural progression to come into movies?
No, I don't think so. Otherwise, all ad filmmakers should be making movies.
That's true.
It's an inner calling, I think. It's something which you're drawn towards and passionate about, and you really feel for it, and that not just in movies, I guess in any field as such, and it kind of takes you there, and there are signs in life which kind of point you towards what you should be doing, and if you're aware and kind of are receptive to those signs, I guess you get doing what you really should be doing.
Talking of signs, would you like to share what was that sign for you, or was it an epiphany or some moment when you decided that you wanted to make a movie?
Not really. Like all other Indians, especially of my generation, we've grown up watching movies, and that used to be the if not but a major source of entertainment for us. We grew up in radio days and movie days, So there was no TV, no internet, uh, no fun parks, not much of traveling between cities.
Yeah.
So movies is something you really grew up with, and so they became a part of your personality, your persona, your subconscious. So then I got into advertising, and which brought me to Bombay, which brought me closer to the movies, and so I started writing some short stories, and then one of them got made into my first film, and so on and so forth.
I see. But you have this major gap between each film. So between your first and the second film, there was 3 years, and now again there's like another gap of 3 years. So do you take you really think about your movie, plan it, because there's lots of other people who make so many movies every year.
I would really like to do that. I think I'm just lazy or slow or something like that. And the first film, it's called Ux, and Ux, after making Ux, it flopped at the box office, though it got critically kind of accepted. But I couldn't tell my story to the people as I would have wanted to. That's what I realized post Ux, which meant that I didn't concentrate too much on the screenplay.
I see.
And so I promised myself that I should learn more and more about the art and the science of writing a movie.
Right.
So for the next 5 years I did that. In fact, Rang De came 5 years after Ux.
5 years, okay.
Ux was 2001, Rang De was 2006. Yeah.
Yes.
So in those 5 years I was reading all possible screenplays I could get my hands on, and kind of watching movies, analyzing them, trying to figure out what's common between them and how should a story be told. So, and all that I started putting back into Rang De, and then promised myself, in case Rang De does well, I'm gonna again go back to school and take a class in script writing, which I did.
So it's a phase of constant learning.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't fair just because resources are available that you make a movie.